Alright, welcome back everybody to another live severe weather broadcast. Right now we've got 5 severe thunderstorm warnings, some of which are out here in Colorado that have some golf ball sized hail associated with them, so we need to watch that. They're also going to be capable of producing damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. We also have some storms down into portions of South Carolina and Georgia today to watch. We have some reports of wind damage out of South Carolina. We got trees downed. We got reports of probably, some power lines snapped, I'm sure, somewhere. So just your typical wind damage stuff down there in the southeast today. But again, out here in the plains, we're going to be watching for the threat of damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour and hail up to lime size. In fact, up by Scottsbluff earlier today in Nebraska, we did have a report of some lime-sized hail from a severe storm that ripped through earlier this afternoon. But now we're mainly watching down into parts of northeastern Colorado and maybe far western Kansas here for our severe weather threat. But it'll continue to keep moving southward throughout the afternoon and evening. We've also got ourselves some flash flood emergencies down here in New Mexico and Ruidoso. This area has... it's ridiculous. They've been under, probably 15 flash flood emergencies so far this year, which is just awful. It's terrible because this area, it floods so easy, alright? And that's why we have all these flash flood emergencies coming out. And, people don't treat flash flood emergencies with the same level of panic as they do tornado emergencies, but at times they are just as deadly, alright? So this is a flash flood emergency for Ruidoso and the Brady Canyon. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Seek higher ground now. Very, very serious stuff out there, obviously, but... Anyway, we're mainly going to be talking about our severe weather threat today, but we will, briefly touch on that flooding when necessary. Again, our main storm that we're watching right now is right along Highway 36 in Colorado, heading south towards Flagler. So if you're in this area, you need to be moving indoors immediately. Eventually, this storm will approach Interstate 70 near Flagler and Siebert. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Stream Chat, so if anybody has any questions about the location, feel free to leave those down below. I'll try to answer them accurately and honestly. But yeah, we are back here once again for some more severe weather coverage. Apparently it says that I have a stream scheduled. I don't know why it says that, but we're also live here. For a second I thought I wasn't live, but we are live. So let me go ahead and delete that real quick. I don't know what that's all about. But, here we go. So, once again, another day of just damaging winds and large hail being the main threats. We can't, completely rule out a tornado, but the probabilities are very, very low. What's up, Sam? You're in the marginal. You're in Amelia Island, Florida, just under the Georgia line. A storm in Jacksonville coming in that may be rotating. Could you check things? For sure. So, you're in Amelia Island. Let's check that out real quick. Let's see here. So we do have some storms out here near Jacksonville. We actually may have one with broad rotation here near Ocean Way, but that one would actually be not heading your direction. That would be heading... Oh, yeah, that is kind of heading your direction. All right, so yeah, you may have to watch out for this storm. Most of it should stay off to the west of you, but we may have to watch out for a potential landspout or, even just a weak tornado in general with this storm here. It looks like we do have a little bit of a microburst ongoing here, just based on, my, time of looking at radar. Usually whenever we have these microburst signatures, they look something like this. So this could be, some sort of landspout that we see out of this, but also, just some damaging wind potential. Go back, it was stronger. Yeah, it was quite tight near San Mateo, but it's now heading towards Dunn Creek and Shady Rest, so we will have to watch that storm. But again, I really don't think we'll have any sort of tornado threat with that. I think it's a low chance, but we can't completely rule it out for sure. So I'll keep you updated on that one. But we are probably going to be talking about the southeast quite a bit in this stream just because we have a small severe weather threat out there and we have a ton of viewers in the southeast. I know we got a lot of viewers from South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Virginia, so we'll kind of, watch that area as we have ourselves a little severe weather threat here today. Again, it's a marginal threat. But yeah. So we do have 5 severe thunderstorm warnings currently. Instability around 2,000 in your area, slightly cap of favorable thunderstorm development. Yeah, 2,000 is typically, around where we start to see some of these severe storms, right? Usually whenever we have 1,000, that's enough to fire off some weaker storms. But for severe storms, you usually need about 2,000 to 2,500 joules per kilogram. But of CAPE anyway. But yeah. We do have a little pocket of damaging winds here. Again, maybe another microburst here near Rose Hill, South Carolina. This is just off to the northeast of Ridgeland. We do have a storm impacting Ridgeland that's not associated with this, but we do have something to watch here for sure. We may get a severe thunderstorm warning out of this, so we'll watch out for that in the Blake area. But anyway... they did actually just give that a special weather statement. Wow, that was really good timing on my part. So wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour with that storm there. But going back out to Colorado here, again, mainly watching western Kit Carson County and southeastern Washington County at this point. Again, our storm just crossed Highway 36. It's moving very slowly to the south here. But yeah, the National Weather Service in Goodland has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for western Kit Carson, Colorado, or western Kit Carson County in east central Colorado. At 3:14 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 6 miles southeast of Anton, or 26 miles north of Flagler, moving south at 25 miles per hour. Hazard golf ball-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts. If you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors and away from windows immediately. I am doing good, Sam. Sorry, my hair's a mess. We do have ourselves a little special weather statement here in Texas, actually, for a storm close to severe limits. It's actually kind of a cluster of storms here. Maybe producing some gusty winds towards Colorado City, pointing southward towards Garden City, maybe Sterling City. So, we'll watch for that. That's out there in west central Texas, to the east of Midland, Odessa. But going back out towards the southeast here, we still have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Hampton and Jasper counties. So if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors. Damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, and small hail are associated with this storm here. Approaching Interstate 95 near Ridgeland. You watched the new Twisters movie? I'm going to watch it tonight, hopefully, so... new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued here. This is for portions of southeastern Fremont County and central Wyoming. If you're in this area, make sure you are getting indoors immediately. This is to the south of Riverton. We've got ourselves a little storm here that may be capable of producing some gusty to maybe even damaging winds, so we'll have to watch that. The hail threat with it is pretty low overall, but we could see some, maybe some pea-sized hail, so... Did the stream crash? No, it did not. Alrighty, what's up, Southeast weather? Good to see you here. But once again, we're continuing to watch all these strong to severe storms in the southeast. We're also going to be watching that mode of storms out there in the Central Plains. What PC do I have? I have a M1 Mac. It's nothing crazy, but it gets the job done for sure. Good enough for streaming, good enough for me, you know? If we turn on our mesoscale discussions, actually, we can see that the Storm Prediction Center is talking about potentially issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of the Central Plains for For some reason, it's not popping up, but it's a 20% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch, so it's probably not going to happen unless things really kind of explode here. This is probably going to be the last stream that we have for a while. The weather is going to calm down a lot. I mean, there's going to be nothing to talk about for the next couple of weeks, most likely. Tomorrow, we don't have any risks of severe weather. Monday, we don't have any risks of severe weather. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Storm Prediction Center has potential to low out for all those days. So what that means is they don't have enough confidence to say that there's going to be a slight risk of severe weather or higher on any of those days. Yeah, I mean, the main thing to watch would just be the southeast. These pop-up showers and storms do occasionally produce severe winds, large hail, and tornadoes, very rarely. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Goshen and Platte counties in Wyoming. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds heading for Torrington. This is, just another one of these storms here. Scottsbluff, Torrington has gotten hit, pretty hard over the past few days. They've already gotten some storms today. They're about to get some more, so look out for that. I wouldn't be surprised to see these, produce maybe even a little bit larger hail than quarter size, so look out for it. Do I use OBS? I do. Yep, free, easy to use, very user-friendly. Yeah, it does not take long to learn how to use it at all. But yeah. You do too? Nice. Yeah, it's good for sure. But yeah, the pattern that we're in, what's going to happen is we're going to have a big cool down, but we're not going to have severe weather, which is honestly most people's idea of a perfect summer. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but I kind of wish there'd be some severe weather. Obviously, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I want it to be, in my area. That would be fun. But it's not looking like it's going to happen anywhere in the country for the next several days. And maybe even the next couple of weeks. If we turn on the Climate Prediction Center's outlook here, we can see... where's it at? That's not it. What am I doing? The Climate Prediction Center's outlook here, we can see that they are expecting a large area of central and southern Texas to have a potential for below average temperatures there. That is a 60 to 70% chance of below average temperatures. And that kind of extends all across parts of the south central United States. But up here in the upper Midwest, where it has been a little bit cooler, we may start to see a bit of a warm up here. We've got ourselves a 70 to 80% chance of above average temperatures for days 6 to 10. Same thing goes for the Northeast here. Kind of talking about the Northeast and the Great Lakes region for that chance of above average temps. And out there in the West, I know it's been extremely above average, especially in the mountains. We've had some record-breaking temperature days so far, but we are expecting a big cool down for portions of the Northwest here, like Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, California. Nice storm near Athens, Georgia. Let's check it out. Let's see here. That would be... Geez, that's kind of a radar hole, huh? I think that's mainly just going to be lightning and heavy rain. Maybe some broad rotation in there. Could see some damaging wind gusts out of that, quite potentially. Let's go back to our Jacksonville storm here. It looks like the damaging wind and tornado threat has really decreased with that. Again, it was never super high. I wasn't expecting it to do anything, but now it's definitely not going to do anything in terms of a tornado threat, at least in the near term. So, go and turn that off. Let's go back to some of our Central Plains storms here. So again, our main one out here in Colorado is the one approaching Flagler. I wouldn't even rule out a land spout with that storm, so look out for that. Obviously, the SPC doesn't have a tornado risk out for today. Let's check out NATOcast. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Sorry, that's not new. Sorry, that's old information. My bad. But NATOcast has. Okay, so interestingly enough, it does have a 2% risk out. An itty bitty one, right along the North Carolina Virginia state line here, which is interesting. So we may have to watch some of these storms, see if we have any sort of broad rotation or anything. I'm not seeing anything right now. Maybe this near Poquoson, Virginia. But we'll watch southern Delmarva and the North Carolina Virginia state line area for potential tornado threat. Again, that's an experimental tool, so you shouldn't, take that as, what's the word I'm looking for? You should take that with a grain of salt. But actually, at the new outlook, they do have a 3% out for parts of North Carolina and Virginia. Because, yes, they do 3% threats with NATOcast. By the way, is it going to rain today in Abilene? If you're talking about Texas, probably not. A lot of it is off to, okay, well, you know what? I thought that most of it was off to the west of you, but I guess you do have some showers and storms in the area. So, there you go. But yeah, maybe some sub-severe showers and storms. But, nothing too crazy. Sorry, just a sec. Open, get in the dark green. What? By the way, our storming in Colorado has been downgraded to $half sized hail by the National Weather Service in Goodland, and the National Weather Service in Denver has put it down to ping pong ball sized hail, so still some large hail in there for sure, but not quite as big as we were looking at earlier. If we look at the vertically integrated liquid, we can see a very small signature of maxed out, but nothing crazy. But it's definitely something interesting. Yeah, we have a few flash flood emergencies, actually. They're all in New Mexico, though. Those are for portions of Lincoln County there, for the most part. Again, that area has seen like 30 flash flood emergencies this year. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it is obviously a huge problem, but there's nothing really to say. We can't really cover a flash flood event live without, having an actual, like, reporters out there or cameras out there. But it's pretty concerning, obviously. Again, that's a spot that floods incredibly easily. Okay. Yeah, anybody just not tuning in, feel free to like and subscribe. Obviously, this is a very, very chill stream. It's not like we're actively covering a tornado on the ground or something. But whenever there is a tornado on the ground, obviously, we'll be here. Alright. But again, it's not looking like we're going to see anything concerning for the next few weeks. Not even in terms of the tropics. If we look at the GFS, you don't really see much. What am I doing? But if we look at the GFS, you can see none of these African waves really do anything. The reason that is because of all the dry desert, air out there right now, off the coast of Africa. It is incredibly dry. So it doesn't matter if we have 500 degree sea surface temperatures. If it's not in a moist environment, you can't expect, a tropical system to form. I mean, if it was 500 degrees, maybe, but, you don't see literally anything there. The Eastern Pacific looks semi-active, but even then, nothing crazy. Again, the Pacific should have a very below average season because of La Nina. If you don't already know, the sea surface temperatures are cooling down, which creates less thunderstorms, which sends less wind shear out towards the Caribbean, which makes it so that these storms don't have to fight any wind shear off to survive because they don't like wind shear. So if there's no wind shear, they're not going to have too much of a problem to make it through and make landfall in the United States, just like what we saw with Beryl. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for southwestern Kimball County and the panhandle of Nebraska. Quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yes, Radar Omega is the most capable radar app that you can get on your phone, in my opinion. It's like $8.99, and you can buy a subscription. I'm using the premium subscription, but a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now, you can do with just the base level. You don't need to buy any subscriptions or anything. But if you want access to like the satellite, that's one of the cool things you can get with the premium membership. You can also do stuff like our famous quad boxing. So you can look at multiple different radar features at once. Obviously, it's loading kind of slow because I'm live, but it's not normally this slow. But yeah, there's cool stuff that you can do, even without the memberships and stuff. Like, you still get, obviously, all the radar features. You still can look at the cyclone ports that I've installed all over the country. You can still look at the storm chaser speeds, I believe. So, pretty sweet. No radar scope's popular too. I don't hate radar scope, I just think it doesn't have as many cool features. But it is free, so either way, I mean, you got yourself a good radar app, no matter which one of those that you download. Did the enhanced risk verify yesterday? Yes. We had some baseball-sized hail, some 80-mile-an-hour winds in the plains yesterday. I didn't go live because I couldn't, unfortunately. But we went live earlier yesterday. Our severe thunderstorm warning here will expire in 5 minutes in central Wyoming. But, nothing else much to say right now. Still got that severe storm in South Carolina. Still got to watch this potential, microburst / downburst wind activity here. But Anyway. A new special weather statement to the east of Abilene, Texas for Clyde. We've got a cluster of thunder showers capable of producing wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So if you're along Interstate 20 in between Clyde and Putnam, look out for that. We're going to see some tree limbs probably down by that. But anyway. Still got all of our flash flood emergencies out there in New Mexico and Lincoln County. In the Ruidoso area. The reports of, bridges being flooded out, power lines are down. Crap. Significant water flow along US 70 near the Casino Apache Travel Center. Is that Athens storm coming towards you? Okay, I forget where exactly is Abbeville. Hold on, I'll look in a second. But this is heading kind of northeast. I believe Abbeville's a little further south, isn't it? Yeah, that shouldn't... I mean, actually, I take back what I said. That actually could kind of come your way, maybe with some thunderstorms capable of producing gusty winds and lightning. But anyway. Is it going to rain in Abilene? Tornado. What? There's not going to be a tornado in Abilene, I'll tell you that. Oh. We've got ourselves some rotation to watch. We have a velocity couplet. It's not a super clear one, but that's definitely rotation. So, near Doyle and Mitchell, broad rotation. If you're in this area, look out for this. We've got something to watch. I was really thinking about ending off the stream, but got a couple spots to watch. We got that one and this more broad area rotation in Scottsbluff, kind of. Northeast of Scottsbluff, anyway. But again, this is near Doyle and Mitchell. We've got broad rotation. Wouldn't be surprised to see a tornado out of that if that strengthens. Again, heading south towards Mitchell. There's no sort of debris signature or anything yet, so we can't confirm an ongoing tornado, but it could just be because there's nothing to pick up out here. And also, we're kind of far away from the radar site, so even if there was debris being picked up, we probably wouldn't be able to see it, I know this is contamination, but look at that. Looks like a debris signature because there's broad rotation on top of it, but... again, we gotta watch this area of rotation here north of Mitchell to see what it does. And also the more broad area of rotation on the northeast side of Scottsbluff. But this is pretty concerning. So, again, we got winds going towards the radar. Winds going away from the radar. Where the reds and greens meet, that's where we've got our area of rotation right over Highway 29 as of last scan. At this point, probably approaching downtown Mitchell, the east side of Mitchell, at the intersection of Highway 29 and Highway 26, potentially. On Mitchell South Road. So look out for that. We're down to 3 severe thunderstorm warnings at this point. So that's good. Dang it. I need to fix that because what's happening is I have hotkeys on, but they don't even work whenever I'm not on OBS, right? So if I'm actually in the app, it's not like I can switch between the different layouts while, I'm in there. So might as well get rid of it because every time I type a number like, oh, if I type 5, oh, well, if I type 4, oh, there's a tornado emergency, even though there's not. So, I gotta fix that. Definitely. Will it get tornado warned? No. Not unless it strengthens. But again, that's something to watch. We'll see if they give it like a severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag on it, because this storm is probably severe. In terms of its wind threat, we definitely got some pockets of damage and winds here potentially at the very least. Again, if not rotation. So we'll watch it. Again, I'm not expecting a tornado out of this, but it's definitely a potential. It's a possibility. Obviously, we had a pretty significant Scottsbluff event. When was that? A month ago? It kind of all blends together now. And then obviously we had a massive Scottsbluff tornado last year. About a year and a month ago. New severe thunderstorm warning for Holyoke, or to the south of Holyoke, rather. Southeastern Phillips County. We have another severe thunderstorm warning for Ray. The reason that they issued 2 warnings here, if you're curious, is because this is 2 different National Weather Service zones. Well, yeah, but Kevin, there is a merger here. We've got, other storms in the area here that are kind of feeding into our big one here. Again, it has a hook echo. It's got rotation. We kind of got this big cell over Scottsbluff, but this isn't the main, area that we're watching here. Yeah, we did have some PDS severes last night for large apple-sized hail and 80-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts. Alright, so again, we got a couple of spots of rotation to watch. We got the one on the northeast side of Scottsbluff still, and the one approaching Mitchell. It's becoming more broad, but it's still there. So we'll watch it. Again, if it really gets its act together, we could see like a land spout or something. Again, I think that's worst case scenario, though. But again, we have also got this area here on the northeast side of Scottsbluff. This would be near Highway 26, the intersection of Highway 26th and East 27th Street. If we go ahead and get a little bit more specific here, we can see that did nothing. That's the layout I already had on. Okay, cool. Come on. So some more specific spots where this area of rotation in Scottsbluff is over. It's near the Fairfield Inn and Suites, the Applebee's, the Target, Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Scottsbluff, Gehring, Days Inn. It's near the Enterprise Canal, the Winters Creek Canal, near Emporium, and Rosie's Chinese Express to the north of the Rosita's restaurant. So, there you go. If you really want to get specific, but not really a point in that, because it's not like it's a serious situation. It's probably not going to do anything imminent anyway. But again, we'll watch these Scottsbluff storms here. Of course, as soon as I change the layout, of course, we're back up to 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. That's just how it has to be. 59-mile-an-hour wind gust in Holyoke. Was that from this storm, though? I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. So yeah, it is from this storm, actually. How did it... Oh, okay. I thought that said 3:55, and I was like, how did it produce a gust at 3:55 Mountain Time if it's not even 3:55 Mountain Time yet? I want to look at these little spots of rotation here from another perspective, but the next radar site is so far away, but you can definitely see it there, especially the one near Morrill and Mitchell, but again, it's closer to Mitchell. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning as well. It's going to include portions of Jasper and Beaufort counties in South Carolina. This storm is producing wind damage. As of 37 minutes ago, 2 small trees were down near the intersection of Great Swamp Road and Gen C. Schumann Road in Ridgeland. At this point, that's probably all cleaned up, though. But yeah, that was northwest of town there. And we have a very noticeable and significant gust front with this storm. So if you're out ahead of this, don't wait until it starts raining to get inside. This thing is going to bring you damaging winds 10, maybe even 15 minutes before it starts raining. So just go indoors, especially if you're in Beaufort. This is coming in. But any gusty winds with that storm coming towards you? It's hard to say because again, it's in quite a radar hole, but perhaps. Again, I think it's mainly going to be a lightning and heavy rain threat, though. But yeah, you got some storms coming in there with some lightning, maybe moderate to heavy rainfall at times. But yeah, I wouldn't rule out some isolated gusty winds, maybe 30 to 40 miles an hour. So that's contaminated, obviously, over Rock Eagle, but it does look like we have some sort of rotation trying to happen here. So watch that. Again, it's all broad rotation, guys. It's not like we have an imminent tornado anywhere, but it's enough to keep us going here. Midwest Illinois is looking mighty fine. Is that meant to say Northwest? But yeah, I mean, Illinois is fine. Perhaps on Monday, I don't know why I said it like that, but on Monday we could see some more significant storms in Illinois, but again, we don't even have a threat for severe weather out yet, so I don't want to start talking like that. Again, we're still a few days out. It's hard to tell, really. Whenever we have little events, we can't really say anything for certain until the day, it's about to happen. But again, there's our area of rotation on the north side of Mitchell. Our area of rotation is now on the southeast side of Scottsbluff, the one in Scottsbluff, but it's much weaker and more broad. I don't see any tornado threat incoming with that, but this one looks to be strengthening again, so we'll definitely watch this here for a little bit. You can actually see the inflow poking into the storm here. Again, I'm kind of surprised they haven't issued a severe warning with this yet. But yeah, if you're in Scottsbluff, it's probably just a hail and wind threat at this point, not really a tornado threat. But again, this is broad rotation. What till after the weekend? Nothing. Just, warm. But been waiting for a severe weather break, and it comes starting tomorrow. I cannot tell you how long I've been waiting for this for. We have been live almost every day since April 26th. Ignoring my vacations, I took one in Ohio and I took one in Michigan. Ignoring my vacations, we've taken probably 5 days off total between April 26th and now. So, I am so ready for this. I'm so ready. I may be the most ready man on YouTube because nobody else has gone live for as many days in between April 26th and now as I have, I don't think. And that's not to say that, I'm better than everybody, but it's just saying I am tired and I'm ready for a break. But yeah. It feels good that it's finally coming for good. Because there's been so many trolls where it's like, oh, we may be done, but nope. I'm just done. Broad rotation near Edith, Georgia. Maybe. It looks mostly contaminated, though. Again, these up here near Scottsbluff are more definitive, and they're a little stronger, so we'll watch these. Alright. New severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued. This is going to be in effect for portions of Virginia. As the tornado possible tag, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and Chesapeake counties. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Wow! NATOcast with the 3% out here. NATOcast is goated. They have been so accurate over the past few events. Holy crap. All right, this is probably more concerning than our Scottsbluff area rotation. They may just go ahead and tornado warn this. I don't think they will, since they issued a severe warning with the tour possible tag, but they could. I don't think anybody would blame them. I'm questioning what's going on here, but it's just contamination, it looks like, or something. But I don't think that's a tornado, but it looked kind of like it for a second. We had broad rotation over a CC drop. By the way, flash flood warning now in effect for Virginia Beach as well, and Norfolk. So stay alive, don't drive. We're seeing a rainfall rate of 2 inches per hour. Yeah, if we didn't have a single tornado this year, I would have been fine with that. And it was starting out as a pretty slow tornado season as well. Like, we had March 16th, or was it 14th? I think it was 14th. And that was, like, the only active day until April 26th. And then after April 26th, we had one of the craziest tornado seasons in history. Not in history. In the past couple decades. Only being defeated by 2011, 2024 has had the second most tornadoes in the past 2 decades, I believe. Oh, a tornado in Utah, because why not? Apparently there was a landspout south of Monticello. Because why wouldn't there be, you know? What's going on here? We're having a slightly higher tornado threat than I thought we would this stream. I really thought this would be a quick half-hour stream. But we're going to be here for a little bit. Let's see. Again, I got a little bit to do today, but we'll be here for a while. I don't have that much going on. By the way, their Virginia Beach area rotation looks more broad at this point. I don't think that was a tornado, Kevin. I looked at it. It looked like some contamination to me. You may be right, but I think that was just contamination. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. By the way, broad rotation over Highway 385 here. But a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Goshen and Platte counties. Sorry. Yep, that is the new one, actually. 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts and penny-sized hail heading for Yoder and west of Yoder. Right, but I don't think that was a definitive CC drop, is what I'm saying. There's a town in Texas named Babyhead. And there's a town in Massachusetts called Sandwich. They have this Sandwich police department. That is not a joke. Best name in Texan history? Perhaps, perhaps. Is there really? I don't see a town named Babyhead, Texas. It may be like an unincorporated community, but best apartment ever. We got so many little areas of rotation to watch right now. It's a ghost town? Okay. That makes sense. We've got kind of another area of rotation near Lyman. None of these are really doing anything, though. Like, they're lasting for, like, 2 seconds, and they're saying goodbye. This one is the one that looks the most concerning to me, because looks like we have inflow. But I don't know. I do not. But our Norfolk, Virginia beach storm, we have not gotten a radar update in a hot minute. Oh, the reflectivity has, it's just not the velocities, huh? Cool. Is this the broad rotation outbreak of 2024? This is the great broad rotation outbreak of 2024. We have a broad rotation emergency issued. Pickletown? Where is that? Is that a real thing? Please tell me it's not. Like, how do you come up with that, like, as your town name and not laugh about it? By the way, in case anybody was concerned, we are rocking the Super Mario shirt today. It was, 99% of the time I don't pay attention to what I throw on. It's usually just shorts and a t-shirt. And today was definitely one of those days. I woke up, I literally... I didn't close my eyes, but I was half asleep, and I grabbed a shirt out of my closet, and this is what came out, so. You just made it up? Oh, okay. Yeah, what if that was real, though? Alright. I think we're done. None of these are gonna do anything, and if we do somehow get a tornado warning, I'll be back. But I think for right now, we're gonna end off this stream. And I want to remind you guys, this is gonna be the last stream for a while, probably, unless something really surprisingly kicks off. So I do appreciate everybody that has been tuning in over the past few months. This kind of feels like an end of an era. It's not like this is my last stream ever, but it's the last stream of the 2024 active tornado season, I think. So